Hello and welcome to Oakland A's UK YouTube. Yes, this is an exciting moment for us. I'm Matt Smith and this is our first video on our new YouTube channel. I have made an About the Channel video. Don't yet know how to do the thing where you make a link appear, but maybe I'll learn that at some point. But in short, Clarky, Hannah and myself have been running the Oakland A UK Twitter and Facebook accounts since 2017, and this year we thought we'd add some videos in too. I'll get my excuses in straight away. I've never done videos before, so complete beginner at all of this. The fact that you are watching this, there is somebody out there watching this, means I've at least ticked the first box and got something out there, so that's good. The plan is to try to put out one video a week over the next 2 months. That will take us up to the start of the regular season, so hopefully by then I would have got into the swing of it and also maybe worked out how to get other people recording as well, in terms of Clarky and Hannah perhaps, or maybe A's fans anywhere else in the world. Okay, well that's the intro out of the way. Let's move to the point of the video, and we thought, as this is a new channel for 2019, let's have a look at some key dates for A's fans to put into their calendar. Thursday, 21st of February is a day on which the long winter months will start to feel like they're starting to come to an end. That's because the A's will be starting their spring training games with the first game against the Mariners. Now it's probably still going to be winter-like weather in the UK, but that won't matter because we'll be able to whisk ourselves away to Arizona and listen to the game. Couple of pointers with that. Firstly, the game starts at 8:05 UK time. That's the typical starting time for A's spring training games. You do get a few that are night games, so therefore not so easy to follow along with, but most spring games take place at or start at midday or 1 o'clock local time, the A's being in Arizona, so it's normally about a 8:05 UK evening time start for us. The other thing is that only a handful of spring games are broadcast on TV. So they're generally not available to watch, but we can listen to radio commentary. You do that via the MLB At Bat paid for app, which is usually about £12 to £13 if you buy that on its own, or as part of the wider MLB TV subscription, where you can listen to radio all season long, as well as watching the TV games too. Now I know some fans don't like watching spring training and just ignore it completely, and I understand that, but I do like catching a few games every week, even if just the first hour or so. That's going to be the subject of another video I'll do nearer the time of the start of spring training, but even if you're not normally a big spring training fan, surely 21st of February is one to put into the calendar because it's the first time we'll be able to see the A's since that wildcard game. The most important dates to put into your calendar are Wednesday and Thursday, the 20th and 21st of March. Now, those dates are important because the A's will be in Japan taking on the Mariners in regular season games. They're brilliant for us because of the time difference with Japan, they start at 9:35 AM UK time. So whether you want to call that a late breakfast baseball or hold off on the food for a bit and call it brunch time baseball, any which way, any chance to watch baseball without having to sacrifice much sleep is one you shouldn't miss. Now, of course, they're only a good time to watch baseball if you're free to watch them. So that's why it's important to get these dates into the calendar, whether you need to book the days off work, rearrange your shift patterns, rearrange anything else so that you're free on the morning of the 20th and 21st. You've got a couple of months to get those sorted and get those dates in the calendar so you can watch live as the A's start their season against the Mariners in Japan. The other fun thing about them is that it creates a role reversal for our friends in Oakland, because they will have the UK experience of the game starting at 2:35 AM. I'll be publishing a video closer to the time sharing the benefit of my experience of watching games at silly o'clock in the morning. A's and Mariners fans are really lucky this year. We're a bit like the Queen having 2 birthdays. We get 2 opening days this year. After a week before we would have had those 2 games in Japan, then on Thursday the 28th of March it's the proper MLB opening day. The A's, as in 2018, will start off against the Angels, and as in 2018, it's a day game. It's only the third time in something like 42 years that the A's have started with a day game. And stateside fans, you would have quickly picked up that daytime baseball equals good time baseball for us in the UK. If it's a night game, then for us in Oakland, or the night games in Oakland, that's a 3 a.m. start for us. Whereas a 1 o'clock game normally is about 9 o'clock our time. It's a bit different here because it's a 8 first pitch for us. That's because the US moved to daylight time 3 weeks before we do. So in the States, they moved to daylight time on Sunday the 10th, whereas we don't move to it to Sunday the 31st. So that's something to bear in mind if you're used to calculating the time difference. It's normally 8 hours difference between the UK and Oakland, but for the first 3 days, is that right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah. First 3 days, it will be 7 hours rather than 8. All 30 teams will be in action that day, something that was introduced last year. Not sure why that's such a novel, great idea. Surely it makes sense for everyone to start on the same day as one big event, but there we go. The game starts at 5:05 UK time from the East Coast. I think it's Mets, Nationals and Orioles, Yankees. So we'll have a 3-hour build-up, a 3-hour warm-up of baseball viewing before the A's game gets going at 8:05. Finally, although they don't involve the A's, as a baseball fan in the UK, we have to look ahead to the 29th and 30th of June. Saturday and Sunday, it's the Yankees and Red Sox coming to London for the London series. The Saturday game takes place, I think, from 6:10, whereas the Sunday game is 3:10. I'm fortunate enough to have got tickets for the Sunday game. I think Clarky and Hannah will be there too. So hopefully we'll have a big meet-up. Having MLB games in Britain is brilliant in and of itself, but it's a big thing for us in terms of promoting the sport, promoting the domestic British leagues, the national team, and basically a chance to get all of the MLB fans together in the UK. So it should be a great event and a landmark weekend for all of us who love baseball in the UK. So get those dates into the calendar, especially those 2 Japan games, so you're free in the morning to watch them in the UK. As always, you have to say on YouTube, like, share and subscribe, do all that good stuff. You see I'm learning already. Don't forget to follow us on Oakland A UK on both Twitter and Facebook. The next video should be out in about a week's time, hopefully maybe even a bit less than that. The plan is to have a look at the ins and outs of the A's off-season so far. So that should be good fun to do. Thanks again for watching. I'm Matt Smith, and follow us on Oakland A UK on Twitter and Facebook, and keep tuning in to the YouTube channel.